An anonymous author once wrote, "When the world says give up, hope whispers, try it one more time."
There have been plenty of times where Christopher Ragan could have given up, but he's always stayed true to his goals. His story is the subject of the premiere report in our series on extraordinary members of Texas A&M's Corps of Cadets. Here's News 3's Steve Fullhart with our first installment of From the Corps.
Cadet Christopher Ragan overcomes obstacles. A high schooler in Mesquite, Texas, he didn't know what he wanted to do with his life until the thought of becoming an Army officer crossed his mind. An ROTC scholarship, his only option for college, he overcame with effort and landed at A&M.
A lot of my friends knew, about the Corps, and it's something you hear a lot about, and I really hadn't had a lot of contact with it until I started coming down here, and it was a great experience, like I said, and it just became something that I was really excited about. It felt really good to, to be wearing that uniform finally. It felt like a big achievement, that I had gone through my whole high school career, and, now I was, this is what I was doing. I was on the path to something.
In October 2004, his path unexpectedly turned.
And it was like a swelling under my chin, and I didn't know what it was, and so I didn't think a whole lot of it, that it would probably just go down over time. But it didn't, and in fact, 2 weeks later, I had another swelling above my collarbone, and at that point I knew that something wasn't right. It's a huge shock to you, because here I go one day, I'm a perfectly healthy kid with a contract in college and a commission as an officer in the Army, and then I find out, I have cancer.
Hodgkin's lymphoma sent Ragan home, where chemotherapy and radiation treatment became his obstacles.
I really thought that, I was done at A&M, I was done with the Corps and with everything.
The climb out of cancer can be steep, but instead of running from the challenge, Ragan ran through it. With encouragement from high school counselors, he decided to build his body up instead of letting the cancer treatment break it down.
There were times when it could get really pretty lonely, and so running was just something that, if I was feeling down or out or just drained or something, I would go out and run, and it felt, it was really helpful. It was really hard at first, when I first had my first cycle of chemotherapy. You're sick and you don't want to get out of bed, and it took me out for almost a week. I couldn't do anything. And then the very next Monday, I was out running.
Ragan ran not one, but 2 half marathons while undergoing chemo and radiation. By June, he was done with the treatment. He had hung tough. But yet another obstacle arose. Cancer had taken his scholarship. He is medically ineligible to be an officer in the Army. His one career dream dashed. So he dreamed again. He dreamed of the Corps.
I had to get back there, because I invested so much time into this place. I really want to finish out my Corps career.
Ragan took out loans and is back to finish what he started. The reminders of where he's been lie in his dorm room, medical bracelets, a radiation mask, and his Corps nickname carved on his door.
Most people that think about A&M, one of the things that sticks out in their mind is the Corps and the people in their uniforms. So that was a great feeling for me to feel like I was a representative of the university again.
Cadet Ragan runs now for a couple reasons: for charity, to raise money for cancer treatment, and on Fridays, you'll likely see him running off the quad on campus, alongside the men and women he so desperately had to return to.
I feel like I've had to work a lot harder to get back here, so it definitely is more special and means a lot more to me now.
Steve Fullhart reporting. Now you can find out more about Cadet Ragan at our website, KB.